what's going on YouTube? Welcome back to another video with Sir Charlot. And today we're going to be doing something that may get some fellow American citizens a little heat. That's right, today we're going to be rating 10 states on an S to F tier list. S obviously being the best, F being the worst. The criteria for the ranking of each state is obviously going to be a biased one. Everyone has their own opinions, so do I. But it's going to be based on the all-around quality of the place, the knownness of the place, the meme culture behind the place in some of these cases, and all around just the way the environment is in itself. So without further ado, let's get started. Number one state we're going to start off with is my home state, the Lone Star State, so-called, which is Texas.
Texas. That sign is a darn lie. We do not drive safely.
Low-key, I feel like Texas deserves at least an A rating. I'm not going to put it at S because then y'all are going to be like, oh man, he's just rating his, hometown nice. No, I'm going to give a fair rating and I'm going to put it at A rank. Better yet, no, I take that back. I'm gonna put it at B rank. Because number one, what makes it surpass even C rank and reach to B in the first place is the amount of sightseeing attractions that you have in Texas. It's literally the second largest state, I believe. So you'll have places in the far north that snow. You'll have places in the far south that have sandy beaches and stuff like that. You go west or east, you'll find some canyons and things like that. Then different things like mountainsides. So it's a whole bunch that you can find in Texas. And I find it, the nature within it is very appealing. However, number one problem I have with Texas, and even though some people may say it's not related to me because, I'm not from back then, but Texas was, I believe, the very last state to drop Confederacy.
Well, actually... My fault, y'all. I actually did some research as to the production of this video, and turns out it was Mississippi who dropped Confederacy last and surrendered to the North. So yeah, my fault.
Plus, in the formation of Texas, I just recently found out that Texas almost used to be its own country, I guess. But the owners of Texas were on some petty bull crap and they wanted full ownership from the Mexicans, and they took it secretly using soldiers from the US. Whole bunch of nonsense. And we're not even going to get into the fact that Houston is just a no. We've had multiple very questionable, sad celebrities come from Houston, and I'm not proud of it. All around, even with concerts and things like that, we don't know how to act. Houston, Texas is my home city, but if I could be somewhere else, if I could be born in another city somewhere in a whole nother state, I would, most definitely. So for that reason, Texas is in B tier. If you're mad about it, blame the Houstonians. Next up is New York. We're gonna put this in E tier. You wanna know why? Because think about this. Think about the moment that you're trying to explain to a foreigner where you're from, and you say New York, New York. Not Dallas, Texas. Not Cleveland, Ohio. Not this or that. Not Brooklyn. You say New York, New York. You know how backwards confusing that sounds? Then on top of that, they ask, okay, can you look up some pictures of New York? And then you pull up the pictures and it's some old, raggedy, run-down buildings that haven't been replaced since your grandma was giving birth. Well, since your grandma was born. That made no sense. I'm not dissing nobody's grandma. I'm just saying the place is old. I don't like it. Then again, if you get past all the rude people, there's some actually really chill New Yorkers out there. So you know what? We're gonna put New York in C tier. Yeah, we're gonna put it in C tier. Matter of fact, I can't even hate on New York like that because y'all be grinding, y'all be working hard. I can't hate on them. I just don't like rats. Which all of New York is not like that because that's just New York City. I'm sorry. Next up on the list, we have Ohio. This state is going to be our first A tier. I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. The Ohio meme lore has got to be one of the best state lores ever on the planet. Kid you not. A tier meme lore. It all started when some rapper decided to say, down in Ohio, swagger like Ohio. Then TikTok just took off with it. They started saying strange stuff was just happening in Ohio. Then we ended up getting president of Ohio, which the guy apparently turned out to be from Japan, which is kind of like a funny coincidence almost because Ohio in Japanese means good morning. Ohayou gozaimasu.
I know Japanese.
But all around, all the connections, meme culture, and everything with this state is what's up. I'd like to know more about the state and how it's actually like, but just for the meme culture alone, we're gonna put that one in A tier. Colorado. This one's on the list for today because as a child, Colorado was actually my favorite state for whatever reason. I can't give you a straight reason why. It was just my favorite state ever since I just picked up a book about it in the library and I looked and I was like, huh, this place is called Colorado. They have snow. And me being a person from Houston, we have up and down weather. Another trash thing about Houston. Our weather is never straight. We got up and down, up and down. Either it's hot or cold. It's not winter, summer, spring, fall. So when I was little, I used to read that Colorado actually had a lot of snow. And I'm like, yo, that's what's up. You know, so I always wanted to go. So for that reason, Colorado, you are going to be going up in the S tier. For childhood reasons. Somebody let me know if y'all disagree with this, agree with this. If you're a Colorado resident, let me know if, you know, the state is what's up. Because I've read some books about it and, you know, I like the place. I like the place. Next up on the list, Florida. Y'all are not going to believe me, but this is yet again another S tier state. Florida meme culture has got to be the OG of state meme culture. That OG meme being the Florida man. Every single time you see on the news, when it comes to Florida, it's some man doing something. Florida man raises an army of 9,000 toads. Florida man puts an alligator in a trash can. Florida man done did this. Florida man done did that. Florida man did a backflip over a tsunami or some type jump. Like the whole nine. Plus, if you look at like the overall aesthetics of Florida, me personally, I just always loved it. Florida's got to be my favorite state in the entirety of the United States for that particular purpose. Like, I'd legit buy a house out there. But then again, I do hear that y'all get hit the worst with hurricanes. So, thinking of kind of switching up to back to Colorado, you feel me? Okay, so we got 5 states out of the way, but unfortunately, I have to go to work. Well, fortunately, I get to go to work because now I get to pay bills and buy stuff now. Yeah. But yeah, I think I'll see y'all at around 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock-ish. For sure. Got you. All right, I'll be back. I decided to make this video into 2 parts, so stay tuned for part 2.